Let's dream big.
Okay. What if every bathroom in every restaurant, every doctor's office, those resources were everywhere? That could really shift the culture of our community.
Hi, I'm Jeanette Hauk, the CEO of the YWCA Spokane. Today at our table talk, I have the honor of sitting with Annie Murphy, who is the Executive Director of the Spokane Regional Domestic Violence Coalition. So give us a little bit of an overview about your position and what the coalition does in the Spokane community.
Sure. So Spokane Regional Domestic Violence Coalition has been around for many, many years. I have a board of 25 agencies working to address domestic violence and child abuse in our region. And our goal is really to get upstream around domestic violence, child abuse, and all of the related issues surrounding it. So we do that via educating our community, increasing awareness in our community, and really focusing on prevention in our community.
A lot of times people will ask us, what's the difference between the coalition and the YWCA? And I think it's important for people to know whenever there's an instance where they want to refer someone for specific services, they send that to the YWCA. And then when we are looking to educate and promote prevention within our community, and that's exactly why we're here today,
Yes.
We refer people to the Spokane Regional Domestic Violence Coalition. Domestic violence is a community issue, and it requires a community response. And so we really want to lean into communicating with businesses and helping them understand how they can be part of the solution.
With the standpoint of prevention, right, we look at engaging with multiple different sectors of the community. The business community is one of those sector areas that we really want to be working with. As an employer, for example, you will have people inside of your business that are most likely victims of domestic violence, as well as the possibility that you also have people that are perpetrating violence inside of their family systems. And so it's really important that we reach out to the business sector and talk with them about how they can support people inside of their businesses that are having these experiences.
I know the YWCA, we have a program called Recognize, Respond, and Refer. It really gives businesses a couple of things. It lets them know what is intimate partner violence. It also talks about some of the myths surrounding intimate partner violence, that power and control, some of those issues that people think maybe are just a normal part of a relationship when really they aren't. What we're really hoping is that businesses have the opportunity to make this part of their culture, so that it's something that individuals, employees can seek assistance from their employer or get additional information or be referred out to an organization that is appropriate to help them. I have a recent example of an individual who came to me, and when asking questions about the incident, it was pretty clear that this was an intimate partner violence situation. And so they knew to refer to us, which was great. But at the same time, they wish that they'd had individual materials, other opportunities for education for not only themselves, but their staff. And so it's one of the things that we are hoping in this particular conversation to highlight is that businesses have the opportunity to reach out to both the YWCA and the coalition to be able to get assistance and support as a business so that they can help their employees.
Yeah, so we are really grateful that we recently received a grant from Providence to help build a business toolkit so that when businesses either want training, they can be referred to agencies for more focused training, or if they just want resources around employment law, for example, or they, whatever their need may be, if they want to support people individually in their agency or lead a conversation internally, that they have the resources to do that. We have been doing extensive interviews with the business sector, with large businesses in our area, small businesses, HR people inside of agencies, and trying to really get a feel of what does the business community need. And so we are working right now on developing that toolkit, and we hope to do a soft launch this October with some beginning resources. And right now we are gathering names of businesses that want training and want resources. So if that's something you're interested in, please reach out to us. Intimate partner violence is a huge issue in our community, but so is elder abuse and so is child abuse. And so depending on what kind of services you need, we have all of those resources that will be available inside of our business toolkit.
One of the other things that I want to point out, we have a mission partner, Numerica Credit Union, who is also supporting a loan program for our survivors. That's something that if anyone has questions about and wants to reach out to the YWCA, we can help you with that. You can also contact Numerica Credit Union directly and ask them about their survivor loan program. Often, survivors of domestic violence need to access services that require some sort of fee, for example, legal services. And when they're out in the community doing that, having the ability to pay for that can be really a burden. And Numerica has been an excellent mission partner with us and has worked out in the community to really define what works best for a survivor. They worked with survivors to design their program, so they do have that loan program that is available to survivors. The other thing that I'd love to chat about, and that's the way the medical community is helping us lean into caregiver training so that they can also recognize, respond, and refer. Multicare is also one of our mission partners, and they have also been very instrumental in creating a training program for their providers to be able to screen with individuals when they come in, for example, just for a routine checkup, to make sure that they have safety. Do they have food insecurity? Is there anything else in that wellness process that in that one contact, is there a way that we can help that individual with more resources? In general, businesses in this process of not only having access to a DV toolkit, we want to look to our community to encourage businesses to provide a living wage.
Yeah, absolutely.
Expand that opportunity in our community for affordable daycare. We know that that's a huge barrier for survivors in our world as they try to access, whether it's the court system or they're in the process of healing through their trauma and moving on to thrive.
Absolutely, and even just getting education around what are the laws, the employment laws around domestic violence. If I'm a survivor and I need to take time off work and go down to the courthouse, I have that legal right to be able to do that. And so making sure employers know that that's a really important way that they can support people inside of their businesses.
Let's dream big.
Okay.
So what does it look like if we get some change going and businesses are fully involved and our city and our city council and our community is fully engaged? What does it look like?
The unfortunate reality, right, is that we have the highest rates in the state when it comes to domestic violence and in the top 3 to 4 for child abuse and neglect referrals. So this really is an issue that we cannot look away from as citizens, as community members. And so we know if you're an employer and in the business sector, this is affecting you. It's affecting your business. It's affecting your staff people. Having resources available in whatever your business is, right? What if every business in Spokane had domestic violence and child abuse resources on site, right? What if every bathroom in every restaurant, every doctor's office, those resources were everywhere? What if every employer clearly had the laws posted around domestic violence and your ability to leave to get your needs met if you're involved in a case? What would it look like if we really made sure that every business and employee had gone through some sort of domestic violence training? That could really shift the culture of our community.
And I also think when you shift the culture, you also have the opportunity to shift resources. So instead of resources going to treat and react, if you will, to incidences of violence, if we worked on the front side of preventing, then those resources are freed up.
Yes.
Think of all the opportunities, that we can create in our community when those resources are freed up.
Absolutely. And I think, we live in a great community. We love Spokane, both of us do. We're invested in this community. And even though the numbers are large, I am always hopeful for the future of this community. So I'm very excited about some of the things that your agency is doing and the things that we're doing, and really the opportunity that lies in partnering with the business sector. There's a lot of good work to be done.
Yeah, let's do a little cheer to that.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Annie, I appreciate your time here today, and we
you.
appreciate the support of the Spokane Regional Domestic Violence Coalition. Through awareness and action, I think we can truly make Spokane a safer community for all.
Yes.
And so I want to thank our mission partners who make the work at the YWCA Spokane possible, and for all of our staff and all of your staff who work so hard and tirelessly to eliminate racism and to empower women.